Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Z32 workshop. Today we are continuing working on the parts car, working on taking the interior out. Last episode, we got the dash fully on out, dash pad. Unfortunately, mine was cracked in a couple spots. The pad itself on top is good. It's just a couple of the support members that are on the side are cracked and one is broken. So, pretty sad for me. But I learned how to take one out, and so did you, more importantly. Today we're going to start working on more of the interior. This time we're going to work on the upper part of the windshield, which is very specific to the convertible from what I can see. So I'm going to try taking that apart, and then maybe a couple of the back panels behind where the seats are at. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and we'll get going on. And also, if you're new to the channel, thank you for watching. The show is nothing about working on the Nissan 300ZXs at the moment, and more importantly, dismantling one. So if you need parts, if you wrecked one, you can repair it, and just knowing how to take care of things if you have to go do it yourself. Since this car is a 93 and it is 27 years old. So, all right, let me show you what we're doing today. All right, everybody. Let's get in. As you can see, dash pad has been removed, or the dash. What I'm talking about is we're gonna get rid of the visors here. Someone's already taken the A-pillars off, which I kind of wish I was able to do myself. And then you got mirror, lights, the other side. I'm gonna try taking some of this stuff off. I'd love to be able to save this rubber. This rubber is gold, as in it is specific only to the convertible. Just like this seal here, if I look at this right, this goes all the way across to the other side. So that should be fantastic. Looks like, well, it's like this. I'll hang on to this piece. I don't know if that's convertible or not, but that's a great thing to hang on to. I got one on the other side. And then, depending where I'm at, I'm going to start working on getting this paneling back here. Once again, this piece here, I do believe, let me show you back up a little farther, is very specific to the convertible. And then the back side here. I know this car is originally just a 2+0, but there's a lot of modifications changed to make it work as a convertible. So that's what we're doing today, guys. So I will keep you informed and show you what's going on. We're going to start with the window shades. Pretty easy. Looks like 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. So 6 of them, because we're going to do the other side. Let's go ahead and do that and get that removed out of the way. Yep, just to keep everyone informed, that the convertible from Nissan was a reaction to the stuff that they were building here in the U.S. Because there's a couple coach builders, I think 2, I know for 1 for sure, that were building convertibles that were taking NAs and TTs, the naturally aspirated and twin turbo models, and converting them into custom-built convertibles. They made quite a few of those. I mean, not a great sum, but quite a few of them. And they sold well enough that I convinced Nissan that they should be building their own. And what they would do is build 2+2s, NAs, see, free. Pretty simplistic design, nothing fancy to them. But nice to have spares just in case that connection breaks or this one. So, what they did was take 2+0s, build them for that year, and then modify them afterwards, from what I understand. That's why a convertible realistically is just an naturally aspirated 2+0, which they came in manuals and automatics. And from what I understand, they're completely only in the U.S. or the U.S. market. Now, that doesn't mean they don't exist elsewhere, because there are other countries that have them. It's just that it's realistically only an U.S. thing. And they never made them twin turbos, only for the naturally aspirated. I don't know if that was because of the car being, with the top being removed, with a lot of chassis flux, or not. But I can attest to you that the Nissan, this doesn't have nowhere near as much body flex as, say, like a Mitsubishi Eclipse or a 3000 GT convertible. Both those things flop around pretty badly. If you know what I mean by flop around, they twist. This is actually quite better than that. In all honesty, I test drove a few of those and they twist around like crazy. Now, the Spider, the 3000 GT Spider, I never test drove one of those. I just read a lot of reviews, and that was pretty much the consensus. They look cool as can be, though. Man, do they look cool. Retractable hardtops are neat, but when you cut up a car that much, that weighs that much, it definitely takes a toll on its structural rigidity. And there's the last screw. There we go. So let's take a look. Once again, something nice to hang on to. They hold out fairly well. Interesting enough, they have a different material. This is more of a leather feel. This is something else. And it's not like it where there's the same material. They were different on either side. So there's the, and then the catches. So nothing too difficult there. Everybody, next up we're taking off is this plastic cover here, which is this is the top sets in this is got a spike. And then there's a screw right here. It looks like someone's already tried removing a big bunch of this, but there's a screw underneath this. It will be slightly glued. Oh, sorry, let me show that. Slightly glued. If you remove that, get you access here. Get you a little bit more. So let me go ahead and do that real fast. Open up the flap. Just another Phillips head screw. Pull right on out. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, this one's not that difficult. It just happens to be. There will be another one on the other side of the car. So there's two of these. And then this piece looks like she's broke. That's why she was rattling. She's broke. Let me take a look up here for you guys so you can see a little better. Give you an idea what this looks like. As you can see, that should have been bolted in with these two bolts right here. I'll take that out here just to see what that actually looks like, because that should have been one hard piece, because that's where the convertible top actually latches into. And then yeah, we're getting closer and closer. Let me go do the other side, and then we'll take these two bolts out too. These look like to be 10 millimeter. Sorry. These look like to be 10 millimeters come through here. And this here is the power for the mirror, for the lights, for controlling the interior lights and the dome lights on that side. So let me put you guys on pause and we'll get some of this stuff. Let's get the other sides, guys. With this being a convertible, makes life a lot easier. We want to be careful here. The rubber is sort of tacked on, glued to this. But if you're taking this all the way this far apart, you're already further along. This is pretty far in the disassembly, I would imagine. I could be wrong. But here we go. This one's off, and that one's fine. This guy is the other piece. Looks at it, Now, this is all one piece here. Let's take a look so you guys can see what this is actually supposed to look like. This, the top drops into this as a plug and then bolts into these. I'm going to hang on to this because it looks like that one broke in the collision or either just got old, got fatigued. But that's how that one works there. And then I think we'll try taking, there's a panel right here, taking this off and see if we can get into getting this removed. And then we can get this bottom side out. I was wrong, everybody. It's a 12 millimeter. Come in here. And this is actually pretty big because it's actually the hole the top in. It's not where the clamps hook into. Actually, that is where the clamps hold into, I think. So where everything comes down and connects into it. So there's two of them. There will be another two on the other side. So we'll do the exact same thing too. This one will show you what it looks like when it comes out and how it was broken. Pretty good. They're kind of corroded up, surprisingly. This piece comes out. And this is where the top connects into. That's why it's so, there's a plug and the release comes down. So let's see here if you can see this. It looks like this. This one is obviously broken and destroyed. I will still hang on to it because if I have to replace one or do something, I'd rather have something I can work with. Yeah, these I'm assuming are, I don't know if they're hard to get or not. I'm assuming they are. I get a feeling they're pretty specific to the convertible. I'll get the other one and we'll show you what a clean one looks like here in a second. So let's put you over here and I'll go grab the other one. There's two more right here. The tops latch into that. Unfortunately, this car did not have a top. Would have been really nice to have a mechanical top. All of them are mechanical tops. That's another thing some people who don't know these cars, the 300ZX never came with a power top, which is a blessing because now you don't have to worry about any type of electronics going bad with the top. It's straight mechanical. The only thing that's electronic on it are the openers to release the latches. That's the big thing there. Yes, Nissan did have power tops. The M30 Infinity was a power top, and look how well those will hold up. Any older from the 90s power tops, BMW, any of that stuff, just is not, they don't hold up. I mean, it's just straight up, it's electronics. They'll eventually break. They'll get old, power switches will go bad, all sorts of other stuff. So it's not that we don't like them, they'll just eventually go bad. And unfortunately this guy's cracked too, son of a gun. I think these things age out. Now that I'm seeing this, I'm really concerned about the other ones I have on my actual daily. I'll have to ask the guys online, see what they say. But these things look like they break. Just fatigue, age. This one's got cracks. I'll show it to you a little closer. So it's still in usable shape, but it's not the greatest. Definitely hang on to them. I'll have to see, because I don't think the T-tops use these. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Next up, we'll work on that center panel there. But yeah, see how it's got cracks right there? Bottom side's real easy. I don't know if that's just fatigue cracking or if that came from the accident. I mean, it's plastic. It's a hard plastic. So I could easily see UV damage get into it a little bit because it is exposed. You can see the color distortion. So yeah, unfortunately it is what it is, but live and learn. Everyone, got the little plastic cover off. I just used a small screwdriver and hit it right. They've got 3 tabs, one right there, there, and the front. As you can see, a little bit on the side. That will get you access to the screws that hold the mirror on. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do that now too. And get the mirror removed. All right. Should be just 3 of them. There's 1. 2. 3. Oh, there we go. And this is what the mirror looks like, guys. Interesting enough, it's got a big spring that holds on to this piece to here. Not sure if that's an isolator or what that's for. But it's that's the mirror. This actually is in fairly decent shape. This type of situation will help you do, if you want to do a modification, to use like an auto dimming mirror from any other type of auto manufacturer. A lot of guys used to do GMs. You give you access to power here. You can wire it up. You can do one with any type of navigation, backup camera. This is a good idea to know how to do this. All right, let's take a look at the next things up there. It is, well, I can show it to you. I'll have to look around myself a little bit and see what I can poke around and see if I can get this whole bezel to come out, because I would like to keep it. So, let me take a look. Alright everybody, sort of moved on to removing this rubber seal here. It's on the inside. See, I'm just pulling down and in real nicely, not to break anything. Let's get you set up here so you guys can see it along with me. So I know what I'm doing here. Once again, just saving all the little bit of rubber I can to get it so I might be able to use it later on. This seems to be in fairly decent shape. I'm just pulling it forward. Now, if you're doing this from inside the car, I can't help you. Once again, don't have a windshield. Looks like it just clips in. Yeah, this actually isn't too bad of a piece. Doesn't look rotted, doesn't look too hard. I think it's got some type of metal piece in it that'll help keep it shape. But this is a good removal. And what this does is gives us this interior piece here, which I'm still trying to figure out how to get a hold of. All right, everyone, sorry to jump around on you, but this came, gosh darn it, come on, out. I don't want to wreck this. Hang on, sorry with the bad camera work. This guy here is actually held in by 4 clips. Once you get access past this, you get access to the clips. And you can pull it down. As soon as you pull it down, with everything else removed, this pad comes right on out. And this looks to be in very good shape. And I think it is a T-top or convertible only fit piece. So we are gonna keep it off to the side. Make sure she doesn't break, because I think that's probably a hard piece to come by and I really don't want to redo one. The light controls up here have a connector right there. Should be able to pop it right on off. Just one-handed for you guys. Oh. Once you have it, it's out. So that is how that works. Still don't know how to change the light bulbs in this thing, because I like to go to LEDs. But that's a whole nother process, looking at one of these to take it apart. Let's put this cover back on right here. That way parts stay together. And then we'll be good. So, alright guys, that's what this looks like. Almost all stripped. Next up will be the rubber, which will be a slow going process to remove it, to be on the safe side. So, alright. That's going to do it for today, everybody. I work in the mornings on this, just give me about an hour. But that's how you start tearing apart the upper part of your windshield from the A-pillars in, to remove the mirror and light controls on a convertible, which are slightly different from what I can see. I don't own a TT, but I've seen enough of them to know that that stuff is not the same, especially the rubber going across, the module right there, because there's no support beam running across from the hoop bar in the back from the windshield. So that's what we did today, everybody. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. And if you want to see something specifically taken apart here, if I haven't already done it, or if I already have, I can walk you through it. So just ask me the question, and I'll get you an answer. So until next time, everybody.